This is Julian Sanchez with your WatchCats Weekly News Roundup. Here with Noah Coonan. Hey, Noah.
Hey, everybody.
First up this week, we have an exclusive from Reuters focused on a DOJ-led attempt to revamp old Pentagon software called AutoRIF, for Automated Reduction in Force, as a way to effectively speed up via software the process of doing mass layoffs. The AutoRIF tool has now been given the slightly more benign sounding name Workforce Reshaping tool. And there's a follow-up from Ars Technica, where I used to be the DC editor many moons ago, that reports this out a bit and has some follow-up analysis that I think is worth a look, but obviously raises some eyebrows because we've already seen past DOJ-linked cuts where mistakes like, well, hey, especially the Department of Health and Human Services, where they acknowledge after the fact they had laid off a bunch of people that in fact they needed and had not meant to lay off, were attributed to software errors. So the question is, if you're attempting to make in the near future even larger cuts, and so instead of having to kind of do this by a manual evaluation, you are zhuzhing up some old software, which, by the way, this has existed for a long time, but it's been seen as too clunky and frankly too error prone. And so they went back to, deciding who to fire by hand. But if you're talking about, software that is in some ways prone to error, and you're scaling it up to really large, kind of as a percentage of the total layoffs, there's certainly potential for mistakes there, although perhaps no more mistakes than the human beings are already making.
And even defining what a mistake is really difficult. Figuring out how to do a layoff in normal times is really difficult in government, because where's the demand coming from? Where's your projection of who you need in what roles to do the job coming from? Well, guess what? It's coming from Congress, right? Congress hasn't had its act together in years. We haven't had formal budgets. We just had continuing resolutions. And it's not like this Congress, despite Republicans having majorities in the House and Senate, is any better, right?